I knocked twice. Light, courteous, like a husband knocking on his own door after being instructed to visit for Christmas brunch at noon. My children were restless next to me. I'm holding a platter of cinnamon buns, red scarves, and tiny mittens. There was a pause after I heard footsteps. Eyes peeled, curtains shifted. Her sister was the one who unlocked it, only a crack. The chilly air between us was hazy from her breath. She said that today was not a nice day. Not with your energy level. Then I heard it, glasses clinking, laughter. My wife's voice and the laugh she reserved for special occasions. And a second voice, warm, familiar, male. I glanced at my children. They were looking into my eyes. I didn't recoil. Didn't knock once more. Come on, I said. Come on, let's have pancakes. 10 minutes later, as they were laughing and pouring syrup at a booth, her brother contacted me in a panic. What did you do? I had loved her since we were young, and it was the kind of love that endures. After senior prom, she gave me her first kiss beneath a broken porch light. Loyalty was the foundation of our life. I supported her with the miscarriage, her father's bankruptcy, and her mother's cancer. That, I thought, bought me something. It didn't. In hindsight, there were indicators. She started texting quietly in the restroom, changed her phone habits, and erased a calendar entry the day before our anniversary. However, it was the way her body turned toward him before her head. And the way she smiled when he entered that school fundraiser. I learned everything from that. He was the one. The boyfriend from high school, the one she assured me wasn't a concern. The person who moved out of town after we got engaged and returned last year only to work. He hadn't just returned. He was at my residence. I avoided confronting her, not immediately. I waited. I began modestly. I recorded her passwords, observed her activities, compared her and his locations, and discovered receipts for 2 meals at establishments she had never mentioned. She declared that she was taking back her autonomy. My response was, that's healthy. While she texted him beneath the table, I made dinner and grinned foolishly. After that, I located the motel. Check-in is every Wednesday at 2 p.m. in room 307, as ingrained in her memory as their previous. Locker combination, it is still taped inside her old diary in the attic. She was self-assured and careless. That's how liars are affected by love. They become reckless as a result. Rage wasn't the reason for planning retaliation. Rage is weak and boisterous. I felt heavier, calmer, and sufficiently chilled to allow for clearer thinking. I created a different bank account. I created an archive by extracting each invoice from our joint company. After that, I had 3 meetings with lawyers. I updated my custody arrangement, revised my will, and made a paper trail of her spending. Drinking and emotional instability, all of which were accurate and well documented. I then got her a second phone that was exactly like hers as an early Christmas present. I watched each message slide in, mirroring it. The real one, she said. She claimed that I was blind, dull, and safe. That was painful. However, I put a red ribbon around that phone and grinned. I informed her that the kids and I would arrive separately and that I would be late for brunch. For just 1 more hour, I wanted her to feel in charge. In the meantime, the materials I delivered anonymously had already been viewed by her brother. Her father had too. Early this year, they all got holiday cards. Audio recordings, texts, hotel bills, and screenshots are all included. The man she phoned, the one she was destined to be with, heard her murmuring obscenities to him. I ensured that shortly after the ham was carved, everyone she cared about would open their envelopes. I knocked after that. That last insult, that last option, was what I wanted for her. She also did. She delegated the grunt job to her sister, not the energy you're looking for. I will always remember that line. The fallout started as we were eating pancakes. The buzzing on my phone continued. I didn't respond. Not until the speaker let out her brother's cry. What did you do? I remained silent. I simply sliced up a snowman-shaped pancake and slipped my phone inside my coat pocket. My child requested additional whipped cream. I was careless. The house had been cleared by that evening. He was the first to go. I presumed that after his wife discovered her envelope, her parents were frigid and displeased. Her sister attempted to comfort her until she understood that I had given my half of the family house to a trust for my children, not for her or my wife, and that the mortgage was no longer in my name. Recall that I had been the one who was safe. I followed the advice of safe men. I kept my children safe. I secretly and lawfully bled her dry. The altercation never took place in person. She made an attempt to call. I allowed it to ring. I emailed her a list of everything I had taken with me, including the cameras I had installed in the smoke detectors months prior, along with completed divorce papers and a letter of quiet. She saw a video of herself. She did, I'm positive. According to the courier, she sobbed before signing. The house is quiet now. In their new beds, the children are fast sleeping. This place is peaceful. A new kind of Christmas one that doesn't include acting. I sometimes remember that brunch, the way her sister's eyes would avoid mine, and the cinnamon buns cooling in my hands. She gave me the match even though she felt like she was giving me a snub. My only action was to hit it. The stillness is not something I regret. I'm not sorry I smiled at her before we turned to leave, because a few men set the home on fire, and some of us construct a better one across the street, leaving you to observe its luminosity.